She used to smile at everyone. If something upset her, she stayed quiet. If someone crossed the line, she told herself it wasn't worth mentioning. She said yes when she wanted to say no. And for years, people walked through her boundaries as if they weren't there. Then slowly she changed. She stopped being nice, she stopped caring what anyone thought, and everyone around her thought, wow, she finally found herself. But here's the part nobody talks about. She didn't find herself. She just found a new cage. Here's something that might surprise you. When we've been hurt in one direction for too long, our instinct isn't to find a healthy middle. Our instinct is revenge. The person who was ignored thinks, nobody will ever ignore me again. Or the person who spent years swallowing their anger thinks, I will never stay silent again. They move toward the opposite extreme. This is called pendulum effect. And this is sneaky because swinging to the other side feels like growth. And the opposite extreme has a very familiar face. It looks like confidence, it looks like boundaries and freedom. But underneath, it's still fear. It's still frustration, anger, just wearing a different costume. Because real strength doesn't swing. Real strength stands still, right in the center, even when everything around you is pulling you left or right. That stillness, that's the hardest thing to build. And almost nobody talks about it. And this brings us to something I want you to really sit with. There is a word that gets misused constantly in self-help. That word is assertiveness. People think assertiveness means I speak my mind, I don't care what you think, I put myself first. But that's not assertiveness. That's aggression with a rebrand. Here's the real difference. Assertiveness says, I will communicate my needs clearly and kindly without losing myself, and also without breaking you in the process. Think about someone like Nelson Mandela, the one that protected the rights of millions without ever insulting anyone or being impolite, without ever losing their peace. That is power. That is emotional intelligence in action. Now think about someone who lashes out at a friend for being 5 minutes late, who gives people silent treatment without explanation, who uses passive aggression as a weapon. Is that powerful? Does it seem like healing from people-pleasing? In these cases, the overcorrected person thinks they won because people tiptoe around them. But think carefully. People tiptoe around a landmine too. That's not respect. That's fear. And a relationship built on fear is not a relationship. It's a hostage situation, and it's like they deprive themselves from a sincere communication forever. Now, here's something that might sting a little. Some people, instead of expressing what they feel directly, communicate through little cuts. A comment that sounds innocent, but it isn't. A joke with a hidden target. They're like, relax, I was just kidding. You know that type. The message is delivered, the wound is made, but the speaker never has to take responsibility for it. In psychology, it is often a sign when someone doesn't have the vocabulary to say what you did hurt me, and they find a common ground for it, they become passive-aggressive instead. When someone can find the word for I feel unseen and disrespected, they use a cutting remark instead. That is what happens when emotional pain meets a limited emotional vocabulary. It's not clever. It's a cry for help dressed in sharp suit. There's actually a type of intelligence called linguistic emotional intelligence, which is ability to translate your inner world into precise, clear, and powerful words. A single clear, calm sentence, spoken with full emotional awareness, without breaking someone else's heart, can do what hours of scolding, silence, and cold shoulders never could. It can make another person truly understand you without upsetting others and adding to the issue instead. And here's the beautiful truth about that. Most people who hurt us didn't mean to. They didn't wake up that morning planning to make you feel small. They just didn't know. they didn't see it. And when you give them full, clear, kind picture of what happened and how it affected you, most of the time they apologize genuinely and they try not to do it again. Because most people are good people. They just need a language to reach them and realize what's going on. So what does actually healing from people pleasing looks like? It doesn't look like never caring again. It doesn't look like never compromising. And definitely it doesn't look like making people walk on eggshells all the time. It looks like this. You stay soft, but you speak clearly. You stay kind, but you hold the line. You stay warm, but you don't shrink. And when someone upsets you, you don't attack, you don't disappear, you don't punish, you talk. You show the good use of words. Because the real problem was never that you were too kind. The real problem was that you never believed your words were powerful enough to protect you. Just words. Honest, clear, human words. And if the other person still doesn't hear you after you've communicated clearly, then and only then, you step back quietly with your dignity intact. Not as punishment, not as manipulation, but because you've done your part and now you're protecting your peace. That is the anatomy of true healing. Not a pendulum swinging from one extreme to another, but a person who finally learned to stand still in their truth without noise. Now, before you go, I have one question for you. Which side of the pendulum do you think you've spent more of your life on? Being too accommodating and people-pleasing, or overcorrecting and becoming too guarded? I genuinely love to read your answer in the comments. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!